what's up guys? It's AntiPro here, and it's been quite a while since I've made a video, and I've decided to start a new series called Follow Friday. Most of you people out there are on Twitter, I'm assuming, and you know what Follow Friday is. And I can't remember who told me this. I want to say it was my friend TJ, the Red Owl. I believe he was the one who said, you know what, like, Follow Friday, like, what is that about anyways? Because everyone basically makes these huge lists of people, like, oh hey, you should follow like these 50 people, but no one ever really takes the time to explain why you should follow these people. And I decided, like, hey, why don't I do that? Why don't I start a video series where I sit down, and each Friday I am going to pick one person from my list of people that I follow, and I'm going to tell you why you should follow them. So, for my first Follow Friday video, I have chosen my friend Kelly, also known as Zinson, so check it out right there on the bottom. Basically, Kelly's been my partner in crime at MLG for about a year and a half. She's been the other MLG photographer that I've worked with. She's been there, I think, about twice as long as me at this point in time. We first met at Raleigh in 2010. That's when I got my chance to work for MLG. I was invited there to try out. First time I met her, she was, shooting, I think it was Tekken at the exact time. And, I introduced myself, and, it was kind of a short conversation because I found out later that being an MLG photographer is pretty hectic, especially at events, because you're running around like crazy. Anyone who knows me or Kelly knows that, yeah, I can stop and talk for like 2 minutes, but after that, I might have to run and go, shoot something. So little did I know that this was the start of like a really awesome friendship. So I got hired after Raleigh, and my first event officially on staff was at Washington DC last year, and there we became even better friends. And then from that point forward, it just kept growing and growing and growing and growing. So I picked out a couple random things to talk about. One, obviously, during events, we pretty much worked super crazy well together. It was awesome. And we decided to make our job a lot more fun than it could be. I mean, honestly, like, okay, obviously it's a fun job, but at the same time, we decided to take it to the next level. For instance, the first event, and I want to say it was Anaheim. I'm not exactly sure. I think it was Anaheim. That was right after Huck switched from Team Liquid to Evil Geniuses. And so I told her straight up, I'm like, alright, let's have this competition. We're going to sit down, and whoever gets the best picture of Huck and Idra together owes the other person a drink. Or vice versa. The person who lost owes that person who took the best picture a drink. And boom, it was on. And like the whole event, we would run up to each other like, hey, I got this one. And then 2 minutes later, like, she would run back up to me like, hey, I got this one. And we kept one-upping each other, and it was freaking awesome. And I don't actually remember off the top of my head who won. Like, I know I got a really cool one of Huck giving Idra like a massage, and I think she had like a similar one, and everyone had pictures like that. So I think we just agreed, hey, whatever, let's just go get drunk. Winners, right? Winner, everyone's a winner. So let's see, what else did we do? Oh, here's the one thing that pretty much happened to every event. I don't know how it started. I know I started it. I don't know why. But you know that one guy from Family Guy that like always comes out and he's like, oh no, they got Zeus, that was Alan's dog. Like that guy.
Oh no!
Anyways, so I started talking like that, and it literally like spread like wildfire. I think this happened at Dallas in 2010. So from Dallas 2010 all the way through this year, we would be waiting for like a game to end, and we'll be sitting there like up on main stage, like huge battles going on, and it's like the finals, and like me and her are sitting there just going, oh no, all his SCVs are gone. It was, ugh. But some of those times, like when we were huddling, like waiting for those reaction shots, like those were some of the most ridiculous, crazy times. Because we're right here, we get to watch the finals, and then we always just say the dumbest stuff, and it's just ridiculous. It's good times. And then up in the rafters at Anaheim was really cool too. If you've seen that video, like I'll link it down here on the bottom. Like we got to go up in the rafters. That was cool. And then obviously after the events, you had good times partying. You know, going to Twitch TV. Shout out to you guys for doing some crazy parties for us at MLG. She took me to In-N-Out for the first time. I got to experience In-N-Out like 30 seconds after I landed in California. It was pretty ridiculous. And then outside of MLG, she's just been a really awesome friend. You know, late night chats on instant messaging about random stuff, sharing links from like Reddit and things of that nature. But that is why she's awesome. Why you should follow her. She's really connected into the esports scene. She is a photographer, so you get to experience her awesome photography. I always love helping fellow photographers get followers, because you know, I think that everyone deserves, you know, to have that exposure, because why be a photographer if no one sees your work, right? Even though she shoots Canon, I still like her work. And even though she uses Instagram, I still think I might like her work. I'm just kidding. But seriously, if you want to follow someone who is crazy into gaming, crazy into photography, and is just like an all-around awesome person, check out Zensin. It's Xensin at Zensin on Twitter. And she also has a website, zensin.com. And I believe her Flickr is just flickr.com/Zensin. So check her out, give her a follow, and tell her that I sent you, because I'm sure she'll like that. So thank you for listening to my first Follow Friday segment, and check back next week for the next person. Thanks, guys.